All right, this next topic is probably the most challenging of these lesson videos. Um, I did leave the working textbook notes for you to follow along on this first example, and then we have two more examples that we're going to work through together. So looking at this first example, we want to factor out the smallest exponent. So I highlighted that in the yellow for you to see. So how this works, if we move down to here, is you're factoring out the smallest exponent. In this case, each term is a product of the greatest common factor. So we're going to be taking out the negative 3/4 is the smaller one. Even though 1/4 looks smaller, but it's actually the negative. So that's what you're dividing out. And what you're going to be left with when you take out that GCF is x and then x plus 1. So how they show the work is this division right there to simplify it. And then you're going to go ahead and move that x plus 1 negative 3/4 down to the denominator. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try this one together. It's okay if that first one looked a little confusing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We want to factor out the GCF. So I'm going to write the GCF as x plus 1 and then negative 3/4. So that's what we're dividing out. So sometimes it's better to write that GCF underneath so you see that division. So here's the GCF. And then this is your original problem, x plus 1 negative 3/4 plus x plus 1 positive 1/4. So when you take out a GCF, you're dividing both of those original terms. So it's going to be x plus 1 negative 3/4, x plus 1 negative 3/4. So there's your GCF. What will happen is this is a common factor. So it's going to cancel out. It's going to become 1. Now these two over here have the same exponential base, x plus 1. So we're going to subtract those exponents right there. So here's how it's going to look. So I should have put a bracket here for you too. So here's your GCF, x plus 1 negative 3/4, bracket. All you're left with in this piece right here is an x. And then plus, and now we're going to subtract those exponents in the red. So 1/4 minus negative 3/4. So now 1/4 minus negative 3/4 becomes an addition symbol. Now to simplify, we are going to add those exponents together. So 1/4 plus 3/4 is 4/4 or 1. So GCF is still out in front. X plus quantity, x plus 1. And that's raised to the first power. All right, our last step is to take this x plus 1 to the negative 3/4 and bring it down to the denominator. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a screen here, a page. If I can do that on here, hopefully not screw it up. Bear with me. Oh, maybe I won't. I don't want it to lose it. So this is going to be x plus 1 quantity, x plus 1 all over. And now we're going to take that red circle and throw it down below. And now it makes it a positive 3/4. Go ahead and hide that. Bring it down. Let's do one more. So here's a second example. We're looking for the greatest common factor. So who are we factoring out? We're factoring out the smallest GCF. So this is your GCF right here. The smaller one is the x minus 1 all to the negative 1/2. So let's go ahead and take that GCF out. So x divided by x times 1. And then who are you dividing by? Your GCF. So this whole piece will always cancel out. All right, continue on. Plus quantity x minus 1 raised to the 1/2 power divided by your GCF. All right. Now to continue simplifying, the next step, since these are like bases, they're both base x minus 1, and division, we're going to subtract those powers. So it's going to be x minus 1 raised to the 1/2 minus negative 1/2. All right, everything else stays the same. X minus 1 raised to the negative 1/2, quantity x plus, and then bracket. All right. I'm going to go ahead and write the same purple stuff one more time, and then we'll simplify the red. So in the red, you're going to simplify that fraction of 1/2 minus minus becomes a plus. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is 2/2, which reduces down to 1. All right, last step is to move that x minus 1 to the negative 1/2 down to the denominator. And that's going to make it a positive 1/2. So you have x plus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 raised to the positive 1/2 power.